Hey everybody, happy Memorial Day weekend. Um, I'm off work. Yay me. Anyway, I just wanted to hop on here for a little bit, and I had gotten a lot of responses and some messages from some of my friends on Facebook about my weight loss when I posted about the protein that I found out I was supposed to take, the 80 grams of protein minimum. And I wanted to just talk about my journey with that. I have not had weight loss surgery, although that's a compliment. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means I've been working hard, so that's good. Um, so anyway, in November of 2022, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and my A1C was elevated. It was high. It wasn't the highest I've ever heard, but it was high enough for the doctor to be concerned. So he tried me on Ozempic. I took one shot and I got sick as a dog. I couldn't do it. So in December, Alan passed away. So needless to say, I was not even thinking about me at that time. And I did go see a cardiologist in January because with what happened to him, and I was 242 pounds. I ain't gonna lie, I was a big girl. I still feel like a big girl sometimes, but not as big. But anyway, so Mother's Day of 23, we always do something at the office, or we used to, for all the special days like that. So I took this picture. That's me. Mother's Day 2023. And do not look at my nails. I need to do them. Anyway. So I was like, I got to do something. So I talked to my doctor, and he referred me to UAB Weight Loss Clinic. Well, I went there in August. And that's when they did they did a bunch of tests. I mean, you had to breathe into this machine, and it tested your metabolism, how fast your metabolism was, and everything. I mean, they put me through blood tests, all kinds of tests. And they put me on a program, told me what to eat, but that was not going to address the A1C problem as quick as they wanted to. So they put me on Mounjaro. And once that got approved, then I started taking that. I didn't take it for weight loss. I took it because the A1C had to come down. Okay? I just want to be clear that I was not taking a shot for weight loss. Although people do that, and that's great if they can do that. That's wonderful. But it was my health that was in jeopardy. Of course, I guess anybody who's overweight, your health is in jeopardy. But my numbers were telling everybody, or telling the doctors, look, if she don't do something, she's going to end up with diabetes. And I saw what my grandmother went through, my mother's mother went through with that. And I didn't want to live that way. I didn't want to die that way. She went in for a pacemaker and never came home. And I don't know how many of you have gone through something like that, but they call the family in, and you're sitting there in this room, and they keep coming back saying, oh, we're doing everything we can, and you're just helpless. Sort of like the same way I felt when I was on the phone when Alan passed away. Helpless. So I thought, I don't want to put my family through that. So I decided, and this is the key. This right here is the key. If you don't have the mindset, you can go to the gym, you can do diets, you can take the GLP-1 shots, you can take all those shots. But if you don't have your mind right, you're not going to do what you need to do. And I have struggled all my adult life with my weight. Even when I was a little kid, I was chubby. I was a chubby little girl. And I go back and I look at my pictures of my high school days, and I wish I was that fat now. So I'm trying to get there. But, I thought I was fat in high school and I was a cheerleader. And anyway, I digress. So I started taking the shot and I started following the plan that UAB Weight Loss had put me on, which was portion control and making good choices, making healthy choices, which you have to. Now I'm going to tell you what I did. I would be strict during the week, but on the weekend, if I wanted something, I ate it. I didn't eat all of it. I ate enough to get satisfied. If I wanted a Coca-Cola, I would drink a Coca-Cola, period. Because I lived on water during the week. I'm still doing this. This is the way I will have to live my life for the rest of my existence. I will have to do this because I am not going back to 242 pounds. When I weighed this morning, I was at 154. So I'm bouncing between 154 and 152. So I'm bouncing between 88 and 90 pounds. But I want to get them 4 pounds off because I want to be at 150. That's my goal. And I'll get there. But people have been asking me, what did you do? So I thought, well, I'll just do a video and tell everybody what I've done. I used to go to the gym. When Alan was alive, we lived at the gym. And I was not in near good a shape then, as far as my weight as I am now. Do I need to go back to the gym? Absolutely. Or do I need to exercise? Need to do some weightlifting? I do, because number one, I have lost muscle. Well, they say I haven't, but I think I've atrophied. I think parts of my body have muscle atrophy. They're still there. They just need to be built up. And number two, I need to keep my bones healthy. And resistance training or weight training helps with your bone density. And I just had a bone density test done, and everything was really good. Everything was great. So I want to keep it that way. I'll be 61 in July, and I have to just pay attention to my health and to my body. So anyway, that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm trying to do more things to de-stress myself, because stress will put the weight on you in a hurry. But I try to decompress every day. I try to it's not really meditation, but I try to listen to things that are soothing. Alan believed in meditation. He believed in it. He practiced that for a lot of years, and he really thought it was beneficial. So, and it seemed to help him with, stress and everything, although he physiologically had an issue that we did not know about. But anyway, I try to do that. I try to find ways to keep my stress level down. Gratitude. I am so grateful. I have been so grateful for my blessings, for my family, my home, my job, for Jesus, for everything, for my friends. And I just find that being grateful and practicing gratitude does help your mind, and it helps your stress level. It really does. And I just wanted to answer the questions that I was getting in Messenger about what did I do and why and how, and explain that this is going to be a lifelong thing for me. I will have to do this the rest of my life. That used to be the thing. I wasn't thinking forward. I would say, okay, I got to lose X amount of pounds or X number of pounds, and then I get to do what I want to. Well, no, you can't. This is it's a chronic illness. I'm just going to tell you, it's a chronic illness. And you have to live with it. You have to treat it as such. And, society has always, it's been a stigma. Well, they're just lazy. No, I'm not lazy. My body just is made a certain way, and it has certain tendencies. And I can't just go out here and eat what I want to and think I'm not going to gain weight. I don't really know many people that can. There may be a handful of people that I know that can do that, but I can't. So I had to take responsibility for myself. And, it was worrying my mom and dad, worrying my kids. And you live your life for yourself, yes, but there are other people you have to take into consideration that love you. So, and if you want to be around to see any grandkids you might have, then you need to take care of yourself. And those of you out there who already have grandchildren, I'm pretty sure that you would agree with me, right? That you want to be here for your grandkids. So that's what I want. My kids are grown, but that'll be the next thing that comes, down once they get married and they have children. Then that's something that I want to be able to enjoy. So I want to be able to get out there and play with the kids, period. And I suffered a lot with that when Colin was little, and I feel like I missed a lot of stuff. But I tried. I did try to get out and do things with him and go watch him play sports and all that. So anyway, I just love feeling better. And I look different, but I still see flaws. I still see, wrinkles, and I still see sagging skin, but I'm 60, and maybe if I start, when I start working out, maybe some of the sagging skin will go away. I don't know, but we're going to try. But my soul's still the same. My inside's still the same. And she's just real grateful right now for everything. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and say that and wish you guys a happy and safe Memorial Day. And I hope that you can get out this weekend. I don't know about the weather. I think it's going to be kind of iffy. But be safe. If we do have some bad weather, y'all be safe and take care of yourself and get you some barbecue, homemade ice cream, all them good things that we do on these holidays. And I will be talking to you soon. Bye.